Ladies and gentlemen, a shed update, a very hot shed update, as you can see by the sweat on the glasses here from the extremely warm temperatures here in the great state of Oklahoma. So, a very quick shed update. Still have lots of stuff to go through, planes, tanks, all the good stuff. Need to go upstairs, but just ain't had time, plus it's been hot, and however, hopefully fall gets here, we can speed up. So last video should have been the statue of David. Again, it says 35th scale. It looks bigger. I don't know if I really don't know the size. I really didn't go look him up and compare him to a 35th scale man with the actual dimensions. It looks bigger than it is, but it is just something you just don't see, especially statue kits. There's little totem poles, the Vietnam Memorial, the Statue of Liberty, and really just not a whole lot. But it is interesting because, that does say 01. So is there a second one, other different statues? If not, hopefully there is. I like to have a little series of statue kits for the shed. So again, a very quick update. I like to add a couple odd things, and when I say odd, and I like them. I know probably, I don't know, probably children like them. I don't know adults, but I get a kick out of the little bust blanks that you can buy. Now you can paint these with markers. It's, I guess, for children, but it's one of those you can repaint them. Plus, I don't like Nightmare Before Christmas. It's a very boring movie, but I do like all the characters and the design and all that. It's just, I can't sit through it. But I like Sally, female in the, female of the movie. But anyway, I do like the aesthetics, everything of it. I just can't stand the movie, which is kind of weird. But anyway, again, I like these paint by, I call them paint by numbers, but they're little vinyl, three-dimensional. I enjoyed these when I, as a kid, painting them. Look forward to finding a new one. I have quite a few of old ones that I've, back in the 70s, 80s, ones I painted, trying to get unpainted ones for the shed, and I pick stuff up like these because I do like them. I'm hoping one day we'll find one to paint. I ain't quite decided which one I'd like to paint. It's just something that you just don't get to see all the time, and they're always few and far between. These are usually in like craft stores and or I want to say CVS, Walgreens type toy aisles. But anyway, so we're in the Nightmare Before Christmas 2. I'm running out of space for my for my little vinyl painting collection. So a little vintage kits, or at least just one. I finished up, and you'll see that in the future video, my Sergeant Sea Wash. Now this is the Lifelike's American Wildlife Mallard Duck. This is a reissue of the Pyro kit, and I thought for Captain Sergeant Sea Wash, this is a perfect kit. I wanted to get the decoy, excuse me, get it life size, but I really didn't find one. It was too statuey, if that makes sense. But I wanted the little action pose, where he's flying over the beach of Tarawa, it worked out. So, and you've seen the American Eagle. It's been reissued by Pyro, Lifelike, Lindbergh. I do not have the peasant. I don't have the pheasant here. Maybe someday. But I do have the mallard duck. But I don't have the mallard duck in the Lifelike. I have the original Pyro version. And for whatever reason, again, I don't know if Pyro did one without the paint by numbers and then do a paint by numbers, or they did that. I really don't know. It's just one of those. Let's see. They always give you a suggestion. You know, you can paint one for the mantle, the den. You can make bookends. There's so much you can do. Growing up, I wasn't a big fan of, I would say, animal kits. It wasn't until later in life that I was like, oh, look what you can do with these. I wish they'd make more of them, because they are unique subjects, and if you really look in history, you can find certain ones. But anyway, the Pyro one was molded in light brown plastic, and the lifelike one was dark brown, which very unique. But one thing, if you ever see, I like to keep boxes, again, especially old classic kits, because it's in good shape, everything. And I have two, which is the way we like to work here in Side Art. But if you ever whoever gets to go through my stuff, you know, you'll find a lot of reference material. I'll put it back in the box, you know, because you'll know that this kit was Sergeant Sea Wash and not just a standard mallard duck. One thing about Pyro and Lifelike, I guess, bought Pyro or bought their services. And when I say that, many years ago, because Lifelike's was out of Maryland. But if you read the classic stuff here, it was licensed out by Pyro. So they did the old, you know, the old Pyro Pyro kits. Let me find that, because this is stuff that I like. You just don't get to see anymore, because we don't live in a civilized age, and that is the weapons. I've got quite a few of them. Some I don't have, some I'd like to have some more. I would like to have the old Colts. I do have them pretty much built up. They're not the best, but anyway. I do have the Kentucky long rifle. I'd like to have the Winchester. Would like to have a couple Winchesters, because I'd like to make the Rifleman. Who was it? Show Dead and Alive, his Winchester. Just so much you can do with all these today, you know. But I know we can't. But we can always go back in time and try to remember the good stuff here in the old gun archive. Hopefully Atlantis keeps teasing it, because he does have, I believe they have the molds to the Kentucky long rifle, and they do have one like on display. I don't know if they're going to make it or not. I want another one, or excuse me, a newer one, because I'd like to put a scope on it and try to find old muskets that were experimental, you know, with the scopes and all that. But anyway, that's a project down the road. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that's what I got going on today. A very quick shed update. We are adding another mallard duck, which we have the Lifelike and the Pyro, which, you know, that's what we like to work here in Side Art. Statue of David, and of course, you know, we do like to add more to the vinyl painting section to the art. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that's what I got going on today. Stay tuned for the next exciting episode.